All right, everyone, it's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is, a straight up energy reading. This is the mid-month reading. Well, we used to call it that. Now we call it, I guess, the second half of May 2025. I got a pre-shuffle here. Well, just on the surface, I don't know if this is you or an incoming energy. I think this reading might be about you. At least the pre-shuffle is. I've got, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I can't tell. Maybe you can tell. I don't know. The Four of Pentacles crossed by the Four of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. Overcoming some kind of healing, some kind of fear. Overcoming some kind of fear. A fear that you normally have goes, or someone attached to you normally has, goes into suspended animation. And it's a fear that's held you back. And because it's no longer doing that, you're moving in new circles. Can I phrase it that way? You're moving in new circles because a fear has been healed. Something that's held you back. So now you're moving in new circles. I don't know. I have no idea I have no idea. Everything. Some things in life are about networking. You know, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't network. You know, one of my friends is an artist, and she's doing pretty well. But she wasn't originally, but she started doing really well when she just started growing a pair and walking up to other successful artists, walking into galleries and saying, "Hey, you know, here I am." That kind of a thing. This is the kind of energy that this is. You know. It's a bit of that, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. This might be somebody attached to you. It could be that they're overcoming a fear that's held them back. And yeah, they want something with you with the Three of Pentacles. They might. I just have to be honest. I don't read it that way. I mean, I like it. Second half of May is all about you, right? It's not necessarily a you first, selfish kind of energy. It's all about you. So let's find out why we're here. First card out is before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? Let's find out. Here we go. Shuffling the deck. Let's see what we get. Okay. Well, all right. That's it. I'm done. Won't let me shuffle. Knight of Cups. It stopped originally at the King of Cups, but then I felt like I could shuffle a couple more times. Right? You might have thought I was going to stop a second ago. I did too. That was a King of Cups at the bottom. Now it's a Knight of Cups. I don't know why it downgraded. Why? Why did it downgrade, I wonder? I don't know, but that's important. I'm telling you that because it's important for you to know. I don't have to tell you offline things. Sometimes there's been hundreds of readings where someone has come in this room while I'm doing the reading and sign languaged me something I need to be doing. You know, you don't know anything about it. You don't see it. You know. But I told you, yeah, it stopped at the King of Cups originally, and now it downgraded to a Knight of Cups, and underneath that's the Queen of Pentacles. Hold on a minute. Let's see what comes after the cut. See if I can figure it out for you, right? The Chariot. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race here. Too much. What's that? I'm thinking of a phrase. A little goes a long way in this energy. Okay? Be careful. A little goes a long way. Too much passion. Well, excuse me, I told you the story of my artist friend, right? I said she started doing really well. When she got bold, she grew a pair. And then just started walking up to other successful artists, talking to them, trying to do shows with them, and networking, right? She started doing really well. But there's a fine line between passion and approaching people and seeming crazy, right? You know, crazy town. So a little goes a long way. You might be very passionate in this energy. You might be very determined in this energy. You might be. But be careful to temper it a little bit. All right? You don't want to be crazy town about it. Because you can come across a little nuts. All right? There's a fine line. You want to try to get it as close as you can to that line without crossing it. All right, let's go. General reading. I'll see if I can keep my voice for you here. The air pollution is crazy today. O3 is running wild. O3 is ground level ozone. It tends to give you mild chest pains. It sends a lot of people to the emergency room with thinking they're having a heart attack, and the doctor just induces a burp and they're perfectly fine, right? But anyway, when levels of O3 are high, it tends to crackle your voice too. It can mess with it quite a bit. We got some pretty high O3 at the moment. All right, here we go. Shuffle the deck here. Let's see where we're at. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or the science, and you should have my wife sit down and give a reading sometime. She doesn't know how to talk to people. She doesn't know how to science channel it up. You'll be like, I don't know what this woman is saying. Anyway, I tend to keep it simple. All right, here we go. And funnier. All right. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Okay. Overall energy of this reading of everything that's going to fall on the table is the Seven of Cups. Yeah. It's a scattered energy. Why? Nine of Pentacles. When you feel like a little goes a long way. It's a liberating energy. It's freedom. When you feel like you could do anything, right? That doesn't mean do everything. Follow me? It's a Steve Love Tarot t-shirt. You've probably seen it in the stores. When you feel like you could do anything, it doesn't mean do everything. All right? Okay? All right. That's all I'm going to say to you. I'm going to clarify this one with the witches. That's funny, but it's true. That's the energy that's here. And I don't know why I'm telling you that, other than to sell some t-shirts, I guess. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but it's important. It's very important. I say it with a chuckle because it's very important. Okay. It's like, I think I said this to my nephew. Was it my nephew? He got everything at the they have this little fair that comes around. He got everything, right? All of it. Just because it's all there for sale, the chorizo, the little donut things, the little whatever, it doesn't mean you got to get one of everything and eat it. It ends up being a big puke pile at the end. It's a bit of that, okay? Right here's the energy around your connection with whoever. Well, the soulmate energies around you are here. The 3D energies around you are here. Your soul is here. This is all about you. The hidden energy, the message from the universe to you is here. The fickle old gal wants to chat with you. Through me? Oh, God. Okay. A churro. That's what I was trying to think of when I said the little donut things. Churros. He got churros, chorizo. He got all the C's, all the CH's. Right? You don't have to get everything. You can't, just pick something. Potential final outcome is here for you. Red with the 3D energies generally. I'll clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses I'm going to extend this one. Okay, let's go. And you want proof of my little slogan? I didn't know what was under this 9 of Pentacles. It's the 6 of Pentacles. The actual the card where somebody's usually given stuff, right? Just because, don't give it all away. Give to charity by all means, but don't drain your accounts. It's a bit of this, all right? Just because, anyway, I'm not going to say it again. You'll have to buy the shirt. Soulmate energies around you. Hierophant. Listen, that's the Pope in some decks. The second half of May is all about you, and everything feels bigger than it is. Everything feels like a big deal. Everything feels like it's long term. This is in the soulmate energies around you position, the love energies around you position, right? And the love and the soulmate and the oh my God, we're soulmates and we slept together and oh my God, we're going to be together forever and oh my God, you will run with it. You will bang the worst fucking player on the planet and know damn well they are and start making plans. Call them the next day. I'm looking at these dresses and what? You're a dude. What are you talking? No, but seriously, you will call. Honestly, everything feels bigger than it is. All right, take it easy. Remember that fine line between crazy town and passionate. All right, okay. 3D energies around you. 8 of Cups. It's Kenny Rogers. Not chicken. It's Kenny Rogers. Not as well, although now I'm hungry for chicken. I often am. I know you're going to say you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Maybe that might apply, but I'm going more coward of the county, which I prefer the Chipmunks version. But anyway, I'm going more coward of the county here, right? You don't have to fight to be a man. Sometimes it's just wise to walk away. Sometimes it's just wiser to walk away. Something, if it feels, I'm going to phrase this, the second half of May is in relation to it could be in relation to anything, but especially in relation to a person, a soulmate, a crush. Any crushes you develop in this, you will assume they're soulmates in this energy. Be careful, all right? Take a fucking chill. Walk away from it. If it feels that big, if it feels like it's a soulmate, right? Walk away from it. If it is, it'll fucking follow you. If it's not, then you were right to walk away. Then you saved yourself a whole lot of grief, didn't you? Right? That's all I'm saying. It's like my nephew at the fucking fair. Did you have to get everything they sell here? You know, I mean, I had quite a smorgasbord of vomit in my car. It still smells like that a little bit. I put the cherry and the strawberry and the lemon car freshener together and it barely covers the county fair. You know, I mean, okay? That's all I'm saying. Saturn is coming on the 25th-ish, but we'll start to feel it by around the 20th-ish. And it's bringing hard lessons, Saturn and Aries. Hard lessons. You buy everything they sell at the fair to eat, and you eat it. It's a hard lesson. And it's not just a lesson that affects you. It affects other people too. It wasn't his car. Okay? Right here. Soulmate energies around you. The soul. Your soul is here. I'm sorry. Your soul is here. It's read with the soulmate energies or the love energies. Five of Pentacles. Look, honest to God, everything feels like it's going to, if you don't do it now, you'll never do. Everything feels like a big deal. I don't like Pentacles in the soul because it gets confused. Confused, one of the meanings of the Seven of Cups. Hello? Right? It's a bit of, everything feels like if I don't do this, I mean, this might apply to people. Look, it could be a warning for some of you. Especially, and you might come at me and go, Steve, I'm one of your married viewers. Well, good for you. I'm married too. But just because we're married doesn't mean we don't look at somebody and go, I love to hit that shit. Right? Sometimes it's especially if you're married. You know, I mean, after fucking 20 some odd, I mean, come on. Right? I mean, this is like, if I don't do this, I'll never do it. I'm doing it for me. It's all about me. It's me first. Attitude. And that's okay, as long as it doesn't lose empathy. Me first is okay, as long as it doesn't lose empathy. If it loses empathy, it becomes a little Nazi, shall we say. Okay, a little bit. You know, you sort of become, Seinfeld had the soup Nazi, you become the soup Nazi a little bit, all right, if it loses empathy. I'm telling you, the advice is actually here. This energy flows from here to here. Walk away. If it is something that's big a deal, if it's that big a deal, it'll follow you. You won't be able to escape it. Okay? All right. In this energy, that's the litmus test. You have a cooling off period. Sort of like they do, speaking of marriages, they do it with divorces. Here in California, they won't let you get a divorce without a 6-month mandatory separation. It's a cooling off period. Do you really want to do this? You know, I mean, it's what it is. That's what this is. That's all. That's what this is talking about. Okay? Coward of the County. Again, I prefer the Chipmunks version. Right here. Hidden energy. So I don't care if you're one of my married people watching. You might think, oh, I gotta hit that shit. Gotta do it. You will cheat in this energy. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But get a cool off period first. All right? Take care of yourself in the back room and then see if you still want it. All right? Okay? Look. God, people, this is crazy. I'm not fucking around. I got to swim in this energy to pull these readings. I know exactly what's going to happen here. My advice is good. Take it. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. Hidden energy, message from the fickle old gal to you. 6 of Swords. Chill. Chill is usually somebody in a canoe. Right? I talk about my dad used to take off in a canoe to go chill. If you're in a canoe, you can't be upset. If you're upset in a canoe, you know what an upset person in a canoe is? Underwater. That's what? In the water. They're not in the canoe. You can't be upset in a canoe. This is about that. It's chill. The universe is just like, you've got to listen to Steve. You've got to be cool. in this energy. And look at the color matches. That they got the fizzly, the black and white fizzly there in the background. You see it? Black and white fizzly, black and white fizzly, black and white fizzly, black and white fizzly. Say that 10 times fast. But I almost did. I said it 5 times fast. Potential final outcome, red here for you. Red with the 8 of Cups. That's what I said. Go take care of two of Swords. Put yourself at the crossroads. You're at a crossroads. It feels, everything feels bigger than it is. This is a huge deal. Gab, walk away. If it's there, it'll follow you. Chill out. It's not a big deal. In fact, you could shut down this whole fucking energy and just be cool. Just know, remember, I remember Steve's reading. It's not a big deal. There is no big deal here. Everything, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. You follow? There are no big deals. Don't make molehills into mountains. Okay? Don't. All right. This is very interesting. No, this is more interesting than what I pointed out. It's the most interesting man in the world. No, that's a beer commercial. This is the most interesting 2 of Pentacles in the world. Okay? It is. Why? Because you do have an option coming in that is going to feel bigger than life. All right? Okay. All right. And you won't see it coming. High Priestess randomly at the bottom of my witches. Here we go, Hierophant. You ready? All right. Oh, even Flem the Parrot turned around for this one. He a Pisces, you know. Very intuitive. All right. He had his back to me the whole time this reading. Now he's facing me. Okay. We're ready. I get the energy reading help of a parrot. I tell you, they got some serious energy skills. Parrots and birds of prey. Like nothing you can imagine. Nothing get past them. All right. Especially owls. Jesus. Unreal. All right. The Hierophant. If an owl could be me and do your tarot reading for you, fucking unreal. Make me look like nothing. That would be the warlock on the hill, I'll tell you. All right, the Hierophant. What do we got here? What do we got? Oh, fuck me. Unreal. What did I say? What did I... Never mind. It's crossed by the 4 of Wands. Oh my God. The love energies around you. Everybody you meet, everybody you bang, you want to marry. You want... Oh my God. What's really weird, I mentioned you might be one of my married viewers. There is someone here. You're going to meet somebody there's like somebody you'd rather be with or something. I want you to slow the fucking roll down. Okay? Just take it easy. All right, go for a canoe ride. Take care of yourself in the back. Honestly. Anyway, yeah. Everything's a big deal. It affects the rest of my life, Steve. Okay. All right. Calm the fuck down. You might get a little crazy town. You might approach that line. Right? I already had to have this talk with my artist friend because she could get a little loopy. So I'm just going to go up to people and start talking to them. I'm like, oh shit, that's a bad idea. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, but pretend you're in a canoe. Okay? I mean, literally, she got real, tell you. The world got real lucky because she could cross that crazy line, let me tell you. The Emperor on top of it. Control. Why is this here? Because it needs, oh my God. Look, there's all kinds of, this is an energy of control. You know, first of all, it's all 4 kings. You've got to keep this in check. You've got to find your inner DM. Your DF is running wild. Your feminine energy is running wild. You need to find the inner masculine energy to try to keep it in check a little bit. Try to keep it calm. Okay? Think of the I Love Lucy. Okay? Think of, it was a different time. Don't give me, I don't need any feminists writing in going, oh, Ricky, and oh, okay, just chill. It was a different time, although it feels like we're heading back to it, just so you know. But it was a different time, you know. But every time, you know, Lucy and Ethel would get out of fucking crazy control, Ricky would have to, you know, you leave the house, you get these crazy ideas in your head, and now you have to come in and be the hero and calm everything down. Well, your inner Lucy and Ricky, Lucy and Ethel are running a little wild here. All right, your emotions are running a little wild. Why is the Emperor here? The 6 of Pentacles. Again, tempering. We don't give the full account. You want to give to charity, that's great. But if you're a millionaire and you give to charity all your millions, you're no longer a millionaire, right? It's about, there's too much being given, a little bit of control here. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all this is. It's what it is. Okay, what's going on? Eight of Cups. I'm going to pull on the, I've already talked about this and this, so I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to talk about the greatest aspect of the Two of Swords here, okay? So these two are read together. So let's talk about it. This is where somebody might come in. All right, let's see. Eight of Cups, why is it here? All right, it's crossed by, I love this. I told you, it's the greatest, most interesting man in the world. I mean, Two of Swords in the world. You know, it is. It's a bit of it, right? The interesting man in the world is a topic of a Dos Equis commercial, right? Well, we got two swords here. Two swords is crossing here. So the Two Swords goes with the Eight of Cups for sure. There's two, what's on top? The Nine of Pentacles. Why is that here? And the Four of Pentacles. And what's the bridging energy? The Ten of Swords. I knew it. The same energy is happening on the other side of you. So this is why I switched it up. Well, I made my point, right? Get in the canoe, chill out. I don't care what you got to do. Walk away. If it follows you, terrific. All right, good. Now that we're on the same page there, this is something completely different. This is the other side of the energy. All right? It's the other side of the energy. Somebody here who was afraid to do something is no longer afraid to do something. Who was afraid to say something to you is no longer afraid to say something. Somebody here is losing their shit over you. And they feel like if they don't do it now, it will never, ever, ever get the chance. It's a FOMO energy on the incoming side. Oh, this is two readings in one. I love it. Tell me about the FOMO energy, right? Tell me about the FOMO energy. Let's go. I don't think this person can control themselves, though. But again, you can't either. Without me telling you about this, I think most of you would have given too much. You would have fallen for this energy. The Hierophant's pretty powerful. It's a powerful energy. And when you pair it with the Five of Pentacles and the Soul, which is a terrible card to have there, you know, it can give you false. The only thing worse than this would be Seven Swords right there, where you're getting it, but it's still the same effect because it's read with the Hierophant, which is why I say walk away, right? You got to walk away, go for a canoe ride. If it's still there when you get back, well, there you go. Right. Five of Pentacles, let's go. FOMO in the Soul. Soul doesn't care about shit like this. Yeah, if somebody feels like it's now or never in regards to you, okay? It's now or never. And I think, again, you might feel the same way, but you'll be hopefully shut it down on your side at least because of, I've told you about the energy. It's a tower crossing that. It's a big deal. All right. Again, it amplifies the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Okay? What's on top? Six of Cups. Yeah. Somebody's making a return, and they're doing it. Well, why is that here? Yeah. See, Ten of Cups. What's the bridging energy? The Knight of Pentacles. Again, somebody going in the water here. This energy, somebody who's been attached to you, this is a stopped energy in the witches. They're attached to you. They just been there, right? You're in the water, swimming around. Steve's loved tarot, so you're probably naked. Whatever. Good for you, right? They just been watching the whole time. Somebody's been watching you. Somebody's been dreaming about you. Hell, I mentioned it over here. You've probably been in their spank bank. Wouldn't surprise me. They're showing up. Because this energy, because they feeling this too. Only they don't know about control it. Go for a canoe ride, walk away, because they're not here to hear me. So they're going to spend everything. They're going to show up. It puts you in a very interesting position. This is the most interesting Two of Swords I've ever pulled. Okay? Mostly because this, we'll talk about this in a minute. It's sort of, we know it's a canoe ride. I don't know how it applies to the incoming energy, but we'll find out. But why is this so interesting? Because normally when I pull this card, you're at a crossroads, right? We find you already at the stoplight. You have to be the one to stop. In other words, it's like a stoplight that had another light on it. You got red, which is stop, yellow, which is speed up because it's going to turn red soon. And no, it's not what it means, but it is how I drive. The green, which is, go, hit it, punch it, right? On this one here, there's one more light. It's a blue light. And it's underneath the green light, and it says you decide whether you stop or go or not. Use your head, because the other side's got blue lights too. So you decide whether you stop at this or not. That's what makes it interesting. It's not, we don't find you stopped at a red light or speeding up for a yellow or taking off or dumping the clutch for a green. You're already in motion here. I recommend you stop, but we'll see. Anyway, Six of Swords, why is it here? I should probably point out, because people do listen to me, as has been pointed out to me. Yellow means caution. You should slow down because it's going to turn red soon. Okay. Just saying. It is only for me that it means drop it to third and dump the clutch. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, here we go. Six of Swords. What do you want to tell these people, universe? What do you want to say? I've already given them a driving lesson. Everybody passes, y'all get your license. Okay. Lovers, it feels... Oh, it's the Lover's card. How do I want to read this? Because there's two sides. Both sides are here. It feels good. It's what I'm saying. It feels good to both sides. Both sides have the fear of missing out. Both sides of whatever. I feel like this is, for some of you, this is a brand new soulmate that shows up. Now, you might say, well, Steve, how is that possible? You said I've been in their spank bank. They've been dreaming about me. They've been there the whole time watching me swim naked. Okay? Yeah, no, I got you. I said that. I say the darndest things. I said all those things. But if it is somebody new, and it feels very new, because it could be an older soulmate who's in a new energy, but it feels very new. It could be the fact that when you think about somebody in your spank bank, for example, right, or in your dreams, right, it's an energy similar to this. A lot of times we manifest people in our lives without realizing it. The universe doesn't send us exactly the way they look, right? But personality-wise, the energy of that, it can find. And it can send, you could draw that in. All right? It is a bit of that. What's on top here? Somebody's learning a lesson here. There's a lesson in all of this. And I don't know if it's you or them or both. King of Swords and the Devil. Yeah. Okay. It's a very simple lesson. What's the bridging energy? Yeah, the Two of Cups. Yep. Simple lesson. There's a simple lesson here, and I had it before I threw these, but I just wanted to throw them. Like energy attracts like energy. You hear that touted all over the place, tarot land and all that. Yeah, okay, true. Right? Birds of a feather flock together is the way we could say it in the 3D. However, I'm going to take that and sort of move it to the side a little bit and say positive energy and negative energy repel. In a sense of a person, you can't live a positive life with a negative mind, for example. Right? If you're a pessimist, if you're someone who doubts, if you're someone who's very negative in nature, you're not living a positive life. It isn't possible. Okay? To the outside observer, you're a bitter person who's not living it's not good. To you, it might be normal. It might seem normal. But you can't be a negative person and live a positive life. It isn't possible. That being said, you can be a neutral person. I teach neutrality. And live a positive life. In fact, you'll live a better life if you stay as close to the neutral line as you can. Right? You don't want to get too optimistic, and you don't want to get too pessimistic. My point here is, this is a lesson. One of you, either you or somebody else attached to you, is learning that very lesson. That you can't live a positive life being a negative person. So somebody's turning over a new leaf here. I don't know if it's you, them, or both of you. I don't know. Or if it's even you two coming together that causes that new leaf to be turned over. I don't know. Okay? This is lies. This is my king of truth. The bridging energy is that. All right? Some sort of, it's like somebody here, this energy is its own come to Jesus. You know, where people have a come to Jesus meeting with themselves and have a meeting of the minds and realize they need to change. I think it's somebody attached to you. I really do. Again, I talk about that. I pull one more card out. I get the Wheel of Fortune. Turn, a complete turn. So take it as it resonates. The only message from the universe is either for you or for somebody attached to you, or both. You can't live a positive life being a negative person. It is impossible. Okay? So, and that's why negative energy feeds itself. You know, that's why I get the people that come here, for example, that I always get on. And they're like, well, you're full of crap. None of this ever happens. Right? Like that. That's the way they sound. Right? Well, of course. You know, I don't even bother talking to those people. I know what kind of life they're living. I know it's never going to happen for you anyway. If that's your attitude, you shouldn't even be watching these fucking readings. It is not for you. You will not attract this kind of energy. But maybe, in this particular case, it's good. Maybe you learn the lesson here. You know, maybe that logic hits home. You can't live a positive life being a negative person. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's impossible. Right? Of course, of course it didn't happen for you. All right, if I said you're going to meet a new soulmate, it's a wonderful thing. We got two soulmates coming together. Remember, we had the lovers crossing here. This is a powerful soul connection happening. Two of Cups and the lovers, right? Sure. But not if you're someone out there going, well, this ain't going to happen. This is bullshit. We'll see. We'll see if this happens, Steve. You know, well, I'm not the warlock on the hill. Energy just provides an opportunity. If you want something, you got to tune into it. Just like radio. If you want to listen to 106.7, you can't tune in to 95.5. You're not going to hear it. Right? All right. I'm just saying, some people will never get that. They won't. In this, somebody who normally doesn't get it, gets it. And it could just be one person. I don't know. That message might just be for one person watching. I have no fucking idea. You know, I have no idea. But every person matters. Everything is energy and everything is connected. All right, here we go. Two of Swords, the most interesting Two of Swords in the world. It's a lot of shuffling there. Sorry about that. Well, it's the Knight of the King of Wands. The King of Wands, not the Knight. I don't know why it feels like a Knight. It just kind of does. It's the King of Wands. Yeah, you got to decide if you want to stop at the crossroads here. It feels good. Something about all of this is a real ego stroke for you, as well as a spiritual sort of, it was the soul sort of getting massaged, if you will. What's on top? Why is the Two of Swords here? The Angel. Yeah, again, it feels really good. You feel very protected. Why is the Angel here? The Nine of Swords. What's the bridging energy? The Death card. Give me one more on that. The Queen of Pentacles. Again, it keeps going back to this. Anything in the second half of the month, okay? It's like I said around this. There's an extra light on the stoplight. That blue light. The blue light says you can keep going if you want, right? But keep in mind, the other sides of the intersection also have a blue light. And they're going to decide if they keep going. So we could have a crash here, or you could make it through if they decide to stop, right? So it's risky. That being said, you might be tempted to take some risks here. You might be. You might be tempted because everything feels like it's going good, it's going your way, everything feels smooth, but Saturn's coming into Aries second half of this month, around the 25th. Saturn in Aries brings with it hard lessons. Lessons hard learned. It'd be a hard lesson to think, I'm just going to floor it through this intersection and trust that everybody else is going to stop too, only to find they need the jaws of life to get you out, right? So again, it's like I said, you might be tempted to just go for shit. Before you do, take a fucking canoe ride, all right? Walk away. And if it's meant to be, it will follow you, okay? Straight up, that's it. What's that old song? It's ringing in my head right now. You can't hurry love. No, you'll just have to wait. Love don't come easy, right? It's a bit of that. It's a little bit of that. You're just going to have to apply some patience in an energy that doesn't like it, that doesn't want it. All right? That's all I can say. The final outcome is great. The final outcome is great change. You come out very nice if you take my advice and stop at that crossroads. Right? Let things play out. Let things play out around you. Let things... how do I phrase this so it'll make sense? Let things play out around you. Let things happen to you. That way you have more control over them rather than you getting in the middle of it and going, oh shit, I'm screwed. Right? It's an easy way to play this energy. It's the best way. To stop at that light, to not blow through the traffic light, and just let things play out around you. And then you get to be in a position to pick and choose what's good and what isn't. What you overreacted about and what you didn't. Right? But you also have somebody else showing up here. I've got two soulmates coming together. With somebody who figured something out in a lesson of some kind. You know, they're definitely a very changed energy. It's very weird. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. This reading is what it is. I mean, this energy, I like this energy, but I can understand I'm not doing it enough justice. I can, because I know how this energy tends to play out. It tends to make people act out of character. And because of the King of Wands here, you feel like you just can get away with it. You feel like you can do it. But I want you to remember that fine line I talked about with my artist friend. There's that fine line between coming across as crazy town and coming across as passionate about what you do. There's a fine line. And if you cross that line, you'll pay for it. Especially when Saturn comes to town second half of the month. You'll pay for it with some hard lessons. All right. What else you want to tell everybody, universe? 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Sun, and the 4 of Cups. Again, better to reject it first. It just keeps saying the same thing. If you want to be happy, use your discernment. That's it. Keep yourself in check. The best way to be happy is if you're offered something, walk away from it. Right? It's like in sales, they have something called a takeaway. Right? It's a takeaway. You take the deal completely off the table. Usually it's with a customer that's being a pain in the ass. They want to negotiate the shit out of something. Right? They want the $30,000 car for 10 grand. You know, you're like, well, okay, that's it. See you later. Take care. You're wasting my time. Bye bye. Right? As soon as you do that, 9 times out of 10, if they're an actual buyer, they'll come back and they'll take whatever offer you're offering. Hardball is usually fake. It's usually somebody being phony. It's usually somebody puffing themselves up. It's a bit of that here. You're doing takeaways. On yourself, though, that's what makes it tricky. You're going to get some big offers, and there's some big love in the air. There really is. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But if you want to flow with the energy, and you want to come out the winner happy, right? In a beautiful, the happiest card in the deck. This is just happy energy. That's what this is. If you want to come out happy, do a takeaway on yourself. Walk away from it. Curious. I'm just curious. I don't know why. Yeah, I felt that. I wanted to see what was under the 4 of Cups. It's the 9 of Cups. Even if you really want it. Even if it's everything you ever wished for. Try to pretend like, try not to seem too eager. Don't seem too enthusiastic. This will apply for some of you if you're going to buy a car or something like that. I mean, I can't come with you. I'm like the best person to bring if you're going to talk to a salesman. Not only did I used to train salespeople, I can read people like a fucking book. But I can tell you this is a terrific technique. This is as good as having me with you. Don't act too fucking interested. Don't act too fucking excited. All right? It might be the dream thing, dream person, dream car, dream house, dream boat, dream pet, whatever. I don't fucking care. Yeah, it's all right. You know, it's cool. Yeah, but this is exactly what you wanted. It's got everything. Yeah, I mean, Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Okay. I mean, I'm serious. That's the kind of attitude you take toward the Nine of Cups and this energy to come out happy. All right? That's what I'm saying. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. It's just one of those things. I've tried to explain it 100 different ways in this reading. I've done the best I can. All right. At the end of the day, I'm trying to help people prevent the wrath of Saturn and Aries, which I will pull on. I can't wait to pull on it, but I'm going to wait till it gets a little closer. Obviously we're probably going to pull on it around the 22nd or something like that. The 22nd of the month. But again, it is what it is. Just trying to help you prevent the wrath of the lessons learned the hard way. And this can definitely set up for some, for sure. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want to extend it, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I'm very curious about the things coming your way, the temptations.